So let's kind of fast forward through college, right? You moved and you went to PA school.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit. Were you always interested in being a physician assistant, let alone orthopedics? Or what was kind of your thought process for those that are looking to get into the medical field too?
Yeah, well, I was doing biotech. So I graduated with biotechnology from Cal State Northridge. And I was just doing that. And I was actually doing a lot of research in my last year, a lot of like lab stuff. And it was just not for me. I was like, I think I need to do something different. Yeah. So I just applied to a bunch of PA schools. I didn't really think it through a lot. I was like, this seems cool. I've seen a PA, dermatology PA for skin issues when I was growing up. I was like, I'm going to try this. Okay. And ended up getting into one of the first schools I applied to, interviewing, and just kind of made the leap. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or as far as orthopedics, yeah, I mean, I think I always gravitated towards the procedural fields. Mm-hmm. I like the stuff that's pretty hands-on. Yeah. It's more fun to me. I don't like managing blood pressures and sugars and things like that.
Plus, jiu-jitsu, it's like all orthopedics, right?
Oh yeah, it's a self-sustaining business model because you get all these self-referrals.
We're definitely going to talk about the injuries and all of that. So once you were in PA school, I'm sure you had to do rotations in all the different fields. Yeah. I'm not too familiar with PA programs, but in all the different fields, did orthopedics just click from the beginning, or was there other things that you thought, hey, maybe this field is interesting as well?
Yeah, I mean, I liked ortho, probably top 3. I like ortho, I like derm, I liked emergency medicine.
Got it.
Just more exciting fields, especially as like a young guy. Those are kind of, you get to do a lot of procedures.
Yeah. So how did you find time with PA school? Pretty intensive, right? Clinical hours, and studying and all of that, because it's a 2-year program, right?
3-year.
Oh, 3-year program. Yeah. So how did you find time balancing all the school commitments, clinicals, and still continuing to train?
Oh, I didn't. It was pretty irregular.
Got it.
It was basically being pretty out of shape and then showing up once every week or two and getting beaten up pretty badly.
Yeah. And so talk about like at that stage, you were probably training for a few years. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And then, enough to like understand what's going on. You're a little bit more advanced and know the basics at least, right? Yeah. So when you got to that stage, well, what belt were you and like how experienced were you, and was it something that I guess you still wanted to continue to do?
When I was in Nebraska?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I was as far as like I still wanted to train, you mean? Yeah. I was a white belt because we were just doing nogi and MMA basically. Got it. So yeah, it was pretty much MMA gym that I trained at there. There was no jiu-jitsu gyms in Lincoln when I lived there. There is now. I actually Googled and there's like 3 or 4. Oh. There's a bunch of different stuff now. But at the time there really wasn't any. We used to train at just the MMA gym, and then they had a small boxing gym in the city too.
Oh, got it. Oh, so majority of this time, undergrad and PA school, it wasn't jiu-jitsu so much. It was just MMA in general. Yeah, jiu-jitsu's thrown in there, but it's not like the formal like belt system and moving up. Exactly. None of that. So that was more when you came back to Hawaii. Yeah. I was like, I got to find something to do with my time that's constructive and it's healthy. That's healthy. Yeah. So that's how I came back to jiu-jitsu. I had trained under Rylan Lazares at Icon Sport, where it was an MMA gym in Aina or New Valley. Okay. So I had trained under Rylan there in the past when I was going to school, and I would come back and whatnot. I had friends who trained there. I knew him. He was a great teacher and super technical. So I was like, I'll go, if I'm going to train under someone, I'm going to go train under Rylan. Got it. Yeah. Oh, that kind of completes that loop. So, it makes sense, like all of these experiences, right? It kind of led you to, it's more than a hobby, I would say. I mean, it's just something that you do for fun, but it's part of your lifestyle, right? I mean, you're constantly training when you have time, right? Yeah. And then you're still progressing. I believe you're a brown belt. Yes. So yeah. How long have you been training consistently to get to the level that you are? Geez, like I think 10 or 11 years I've been there. Yeah. As I graduated and came back to Hawaii in 2010. Yeah. Got it. And then I started training, I think, in 2011. It took like a year to get my feet at work. Just working like crazy. Yeah.